Welcome to Attican Plays Railroad Corporation. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 10, Episode 5 of Railroad Corporation Civil War DLC. This is Mission 2, and in Episode 4 we got off to a solid start on Mission 2, and we laid our little economic engine with mail and passengers, and we started setting up our clothing and Army uniform production and started some shipments, and now we're going to expand on that in this episode, and we're going to jump right back into the action. And this one, we're not doing repairs here, so we're going to go for speed and cheaper refuels. Oh, it won't let us. We might as well put a repair shop because it won't let us do anything else. Cheaper maintenance, faster maintenance, whatever. Okay. And we spent all our money building track. No problem. We got plenty more coming. And see, there's the scary part where you're buying all this stuff. Okay, pause before we blow up. We need a loan. That's what's scary when you're buying all your stuff. So I need to stop what I'm doing and close out that bond, and we need to be cash only from now on. It's not taking much. Look how fast our money's racking up. We are going to redeem our bond, and we're now cash only except for this loan, which we'll let it pay down for a while. And yeah, all buildings upkeep. I'm finding I like the employees that give you constant benefits, constant passive benefits, meaning I don't have to do anything to get those benefits. Petersburg. Yeah, we're dealing with Petersburg, aren't we? Yes. So, increase? Sure. Give us an increase. We would love that. Oh, and I want to see if there's any research. Let's put in an R&D, go out here, and see if there's any research left for us. No. No. We're done with research. There's no point. It's just to be a total pain to go back and do all that. We're just going to run fornies for whatever we need to do. T12 has been doing nothing. What's that? T12. Well, that's not true. He's just waiting on textiles, and I think what I want to do is double track this line right here And then I want to find the train that's doing our cotton and duplicate it. Run a second one. All right. Go. Building construction, no. Are they going to give us anything to do our reputation there? We delivered some art uniforms. That's a good sign. Okay, one thing I do have to do, I'm sorry, but there has to be a line between, at a minimum, Baltimore and Frederick, or Washington and Frederick. I'm going to do Baltimore because we're not using as much. And that's just because at one time I lived in Frederick. So there has to be a station in Frederick. That's not optional. It has no strategic purpose right now, but it will make money, and why not? So we can set up a line. I'm loving that shift to affect the whole group. That's a huge improvement. Maybe it's been there a long time. I just didn't notice it. It's entirely possible. Okay. Go. Oh, there's some more. We need to double track this too to allow trains to get out of there quickly. There we go. Good. Now we're starting to see a steady supply of cotton to the textiles, which means we'll have a steady supply of textiles for this. And the other thing we could do, of course, we're making all this meat down here, so we ought to sell it somewhere. Let's run 6. And Wilmington. Gonna be a lot of people coming to Fredericksburg, or no, Lexington. Philly. And sure, send it to Frederick also. Okay, I want all the meat mandatory load and the passengers optional. That's enough. Go. And let's start doing some double tracking down this way. There we go. We've almost double tracked the whole thing, haven't we? Why not? Whoops. Okay. Is everything double tracked? Not quite, not quite. There we go. All right. You know what? Our clothing delivery. Our clothing delivery, instead of just taking everything to Washington, we probably should have it go similar to the meat and just go spread that stuff all over the place. That would be a smarter way to do this clothing. Let's see. We're keeping this one busy. That's good. We're keeping this one busy. That's good. We're keeping this one busy. That's good. In fact, we probably need another meat delivery mechanism. Wonder which one that is. And why is he sleeping? He's not sleeping. He's just waiting on resume. I don't know why he stopped. And are they going to give us any tasks so that we can raise this reputation? Our goal, it looks like, is to have it over 100, but I don't see anything that tells us what we can do about that. There, we just sold a bunch of clothing, which is going to make our money go through the roof. So I'm going to take the time to set up a train. That hauls 2, 4, 6, 8 clothing. Charlottesville can't take mail. They can take passengers. No, they can't. They can't take passengers. All right, so this one will just have to be a simple one. Add Charlottesville. Add. You know what I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do here is no, we don't need to do, yeah, we'll do Washington too. And then we're going to add Charlottesville how many times? One, two, three, four, five times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Charlottesville, Chesapeake, Charlottesville, Petersburg, Charlottesville, Richmond. Now we need to move one up to Washington. Okay, now we need one to Baltimore. Now to Wilmington. All right, and then to Philadelphia. And go. All right. And then the one we have down here that's hauling the clothes, this guy here, I think I'm going to change him to just go get textiles and take them to Charlottesville. That's enough for you to do. Oh, here, hold on. Oh, here, oh man, I should have read this. Doggone it. Every time you sell gunpowder, you get a reputation. Steel, bricks, and lumber. Doggone it. Pay attention. Lumber would be easy to get into. We get a logging camp, which I don't think we can buy. No, we can't buy it. We'll run logs to a lumber camp. Oh, wait a minute. Man, I wish I'd read that. Washington and Richmond. We can, oh, I see. Okay, Richmond's probably going to give us southern reputation, and Washington's going to give us northern. All right. So, yeah, here we can, all right. So we can run bricks in there. We can run lumber. We need a lumber yard, and we need, there's no lumber down here. There's a brickworks right here in Lynchburg. We can run that to Richmond. Yeah. I kept saying, aren't they going to give us any, or I kept thinking, aren't they going to give us any tasks to gain brownie points? And then I realized they already have. Okay. So we're going to run a line. And we need coal. And there's coal right out here. And look at that. Roanoke has nothing. Isn't that interesting? It's just a place you can hook up and it has an empty lot. So you could put in whatever industry you like right there. Look at this. Here's another cotton field. All right. We can run a coal line. Okay, we've got coal coming in there. We're going to produce bricks. And we're going to run bricks over here. Okay, we've got bricks going over now. We've also got a steel mill. We've got coal coming in. Iron ore. Is there any iron ore down here anywhere in the south? Oh, right up here. Good deal. Okay, so now we can run iron. We're going to run 2 trains of iron. And we're also going to run another coal train from over here into the steel mill. And then we're going to set up a train that grabs steel and sells it in Richmond. Okay, so now we've got steel and bricks going to Richmond to get us some brownie points. And we need something up north. Looking for a sawmill. We've got logging right there. Looking for a sawmill. Could we... Oh, we could just put one right here. Nice. Okay, construct a sawmill. So Sandy Bridge is going to have a sawmill and logging. Now, where do we want it to go? We want it to go to Washington, don't we? Oh, now. Yeah, we're still waiting on our trains to get down here. Let's make sure they're moving. Yeah, they are. They're just working their way down there through the other traffic. See what 23 is up to. He's going to Washington empty this first run. But we should be making, yes, but now we are making lumber. So he grabs a bunch of logs, puts them in the sawmill, grabs the lumber he can get and takes off. And he'll just keep doing that. Now our problem's going to be, shoot. Our problem is going to be that we're going to have, well, are we? Not necessarily. We could get to the point where he can't throw any more logs in there and he'll get stopped up and he'll actually be self-defeating. I'll have to watch that. Okay, here we're making bricks. That's good. Are we making up ground here? Yeah, we're gaining a little bit. All right, we're starting to get some brownie points. We need more brownie points. Oh man, I didn't even know this stuff was over here. Man, look at all this. There's stuff way over here. Is there coal? There's coal way over here in Webster Springs. If we ran coal, well, we could actually put a brickworks right there, but we could run coal from Webster Springs to Cumberland, and then use and take that take the bricks to Washington. Why don't we do that? A lot of mountains here, but that's okay. Whoops. Let's run a couple of those, and then let's get a train set up to take bricks to Washington. And take passengers back to Cumberland. Okay, that should give us some bricks. And there's ore right here. There's a steel mill right here. If we can run into that steel mill right there. There. That'll be ore to the steel. Coal to the steel. And then we need steel to Washington. It can go through Point of Rocks here. Okay, we need see, where are we? Okay, that's our bricks. This is going to be ore to the steel mill. And then I want to run a couple of trains for coal because it's a long way off. Oh, look at that. I could have gotten ore up there too. Oh well. Okay, a couple of trains, so we have, see, the only thing we're lacking is a train to wait right here patiently. And deliver to Washington and pick up passengers who can go work in Martinsburg. Okay, so that should, after all that spending, that should give us steel coming into Washington, and bricks, and lumber. And we've got, what do we got? We've got steel and bricks coming into Richmond. We could use lumber down here in the south. How are we going to do that? Look at all those trains taking off. All those new ones we just got. I keep thinking we're going to have a cotton problem if I'm not grabbing all that cotton we might want to be warehousing cotton somewhere. Like, if we get cut off from that cotton field and this cotton field, and then we're not going to be able to get cotton to this textile plant, and then we're going to have to start buying it at increasingly expensive prices on the market. So we might want to think about warehousing somewhere. Somewhere up north, I'm thinking. Or at least Fredericksburg. Okay, we are gaining ground though. I would love to get lumber headed to Richmond. How are we going to do that? We might make enough lumber to just do it from up here. Where's our sawmill? Sawmill. Where's our sawmill? Oh, right here. Yeah, let's just define a forney to say and I'm going to make it mandatory. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And it's going to go to Richmond. And pick up. I can't pick up anything. There's nothing they can unload. All right, just take off and get us some brownie points that way. And what we really should be doing, of course, is making gunpowder, because that gives you the most credit. See, it gives us +1 reputation. We're only getting partial for these other things we're doing. But we're creeping up there. And we want to at least get to 100. And it looks like if they keep adding on to it, we can make the next mission easier by, blowing through this number as high as we can get it. All right, we better stop right there. I bet this is getting really long. All right, good. This is a good mission. I wish I'd picked up on that sooner, but you couldn't move too fast. You've got to get your engine going before you have the money to do all this kind of stuff. But this is a good mission. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railroad Corporation video. Thank you.